All right, let's talk about Heatwave. By far.
Oh, this was the best match tonight.
The best of the 3 shows. No, the best of the 3 shows.
3 shows. Yes, absolutely. But this match was
the best match of the night.
Yeah,
this was unbelievably amazing. Oba Femi continues to be just literally, if Brock Lesnar was born in Nigeria.
Right.
He literally has that. He has the aura. He has the promo work. He has the ability. He has the moveset. Everything about Oba Femi just Wes Lee should have this, and he should go for the NXT champion. He just has his stranglehold on the North American champion.
Just keep it on him, I guess.
But this really shows you how incredible Wes Lee is, too. He is so good at that plucky underdog babyface, fighting back, well-paced, phenomenal match. I mean, this could possibly be match of the year contender.
Wow.
That F5 was insanity. Like, I don't care if there was a help. You still need a lot of upper body strength to take a grown man and do that, where he's spinning in the air like a top. I'm sure he could have touched the catwalk.
Right.
It was awesome. Just if you have some time to kill, go out of your way and watch this match. A sleeper. This was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was good.
The crowd was hot for this match, too. Oh, my God. This crowd was incredible.
It's still kind of weird that Nation, Frazer, and Axiom are the champ. Or I guess they're still title holders. Yes,
they're still the champions.
So it's a weird team because they're kind of 2 different.
They work so well together.
They work very well together.
I think that's why they have the titles on them, because like this oddball team, but they're still so good together. The styles are so similar that they've really gelled. I mean, Chase, you are such a great team. Duke Hudson and Andre Chase have a very interesting sort of charisma and dynamic that really help. I just thought this was going to be a total write-off match, but it was the furthest thing from it.
Right.
This was such a great tag team match where there were parts where I'm like, Chase, you might take this.
Yeah.
It was just incredibly great. So this is, once again, in a positive and in a negative for me personally. The 4-way was a very good match.
Yes.
Javon Evans was by far the biggest star in this entire match.
Because they're pushing him to the moon. But again, he's still a little green for my taste. I think they put him in that position.
Will you stop?
Sorry, yes. I think they put him in that position a little too soon in my opinion, but he is very...
I think they learned their lesson from Von Wagner, where they're like, this is a perfect situation for him. Not the first night. We got to give him some room. But he has this great gimmick. He has good fire, a little on the smaller side, but I think his moveset works with it. He made a comment on the TikTok page about shutting me up because his first match, I was critical of him. I'm like, just kind of a weird one. And I'll be honest, he has shut me up. I'm a fan.
Yep.
I am. He is a good wrestler for right now. He's in the right position. And they did take him out of the main event scene within the NXT zeitgeist, which I thought was the right call because I do agree with you. It's a little too early, too quickly for him.
Right.
Where these other guys have an establishment.
They do. And obviously you want to, because Ethan Page had all the momentum going into this match. So obviously he was the logical person to
now
hold this title.
Now we got to go into the negatives because this was such a weird ending. I did not like it at all.
And again, this is what you get with multiple people, multiple person matches.
Ethan Page didn't really win the belt.
No.
He slipped on a banana peel and won the main title.
Pretty much. It was kind of a weird way to do it.
Yeah.
Because he didn't look like a chicken shit heel, but also didn't look like...
He didn't look like a champion. He literally was knocked out, and he just happened to fall on somebody where Trick Williams was right there, where Shawn Spears had the opportunity to look and see that Trick was trying to... I saw Shawn Spears' head just right over. I'm like, let go of Trick. He's right there. You can continue to match. It made him look like a retard.
Yeah, it was kind of weird how that happens.
I know he's saying the hard R word, but it made him look like a retard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it did.
It was ridiculous. Now, this is not necessarily a fault of these two, but I want to talk about the reaction from Daddy Dave about this, where he thought it was too gymnastic-y. Now, these two, I believe, are former gymnasts. Yes. So, clearly, there's going to be
and then I don't see you doing the same thing with the Young Bucks when they do their gymnastics, Daddy.
Or Ricochet and Will Ospreay back in the day. You did not give that same criticism. I'm sorry. That double standard does not work. No. We have eyes in the internet.
Right.
We can see the hypocrisy from here. If you have a problem with it in this one zeitgeist, you have to have a problem with it in this other zeitgeist. Right. It doesn't make sense.
Well, you can't do flippy shit and be a 5-star match. You can't do other flippy shit and be
upset about it.
Right.
You cannot have that double standard. It's like, well, it was a couple of years. I will put $5,000 down that Dave Meltzer, if Ricochet and Will Ospreay had the match that they had, he would have jerked off to it today.
If it was in AEW. If it was in WWE, it would have been too gymnastics.
Yep. If it was in AEW, he would not say the same thing that he was saying
because he's being paid by AEW.
Yeah. And it's obvious.
Yep.
So, like I said, these two, I'm not a big fan of the gymnastic stuff, but at the same time, they're very athletic.
Yep.
Nothing against the girls, but this was, there has to be a best match. There has to be a worst match subsequently.
And this
one was my
match. And you know, the other thing you got to realize too is that also the championship is brand new, so there really isn't a division to build around yet. So, you know, it made the most sense for what it was.
Right, exactly. So that's fine.
Yeah.
This one was a weird. I was weirded out by this match. Lola Vice is such a better heel than she is a babyface. I have no idea why they thought it would be a good idea to put her as a heel now.
I think they're running
out of babyface.
I think they're running out of people for Roxanne Perez to face.
I mean, you went from Jordan Grace. Why not another international person,
right?
Or another person from another company? I'm sure you could probably find somebody to do that.
And you know, again, it's just circumstance. So
that's why I kind of put. And also,
it's hard to follow up from a Jordan Grace match.
I know, but also there was another problem. There were a lot of botches in this match.
I know.
That final pop rocks where Lola looked like she slipped on a banana and Roxanne landed on her head and looked like an idiot, and you could tell she was fucking pissed. Right. And I'm like, oh god, that's so hard. But I mean, you do have a point here. And I think, once again, another negative. Who else?
Yeah. Who can possibly defeat Roxanne Perez now?
Roxanne Perez has beaten everybody. She is a heel champion, but then Lola Vice, who was a heel up until literally this entire rivalry. Well, maybe not this rivalry specifically, the one with Shayna Baszler, she was the babyface in that. But other than maybe Sol Ruca, I can't think of anybody else who could feasibly go for this title and have the momentum to justify it.
Right.
It just seems like everybody is within the North American champion division, but then you have Roxanne, who is the women's champion, and this
is just in a different world at this point.
Right. This is what I was worried. This is so hard on the zeitgeist. I keep saying that word, but it makes sense. On the zeitgeist of two singles women's champions. You need to have a bigger roster to do this and make it make sense. Now, maybe it's just growing pains for that true separation establishment regarding the main event champion and then the lower division champion. There's a hierarchy here. And maybe because there's shiny new toy, everybody's gravitating towards this right now, and then we'll start seeing momentum shift where then we'll start seeing this.
Right.
I mean, that might happen.
Right.
But
it's right still now, way too new.
Exactly.
So, but that's all I got for Heatwave.
Yep.
When we come back, we're also going to talk about the documentary that we watched, that everyone in the wrestling community has watched, about the WrestleMania 40 main event scene.
Yes.